So, in both cases the dissipation in the device is 0, right, ideally, because one case current is 0, other case voltage is 0. So, the dissipation is equal to 0. Because the dissipation is 0 under that condition, then this will be the most efficient power converter from DC to AC. So, this has become recently more popular, and this has become possible because of the availability of devices with which you can do this fully saturated or fully cut off situations on those devices. We will talk about it at the end of the class. Now, so you have class A, class B, class C, class D. Unfortunately, since class C, either class B or class C, since operates only for the half the cycle, if you analyze the Fourier series of that, you will get harmonics of that, obviously, fundamental as well as harmonics. So, the harmonics have to be filtered out, if otherwise there will be distortion. So, ideally, theoretically, you need to filter out those harmonics which are contained in this, but we play a very ingenious trick of using a circuit where in the class B, one device operates for the positive half cycle, other operates for the negative half cycle, and together will give you a full sine wave, so that we do not have to do any filtering. But that is not the case with class C. Class C, you have no such way of doing it. So, you need to put a filter, and then the filtered components will be removed out of it. However, this class C operation has higher efficiency compared to this and compared to this. This efficiency is something like 50%. This efficiency comes out to be about 78%, and class C efficiency is even higher than 78%. If it turns out, I won't go into class C operation. This turns out that if this angle is around 130 degrees, there is the maximum efficiency for the class C condition. These amplifiers are normally used with RF amplifiers. We do not use it at the audio frequencies and so on and so forth. So, let us not spend time on class C, let us spend time on class A, class B and class D, where we have the device of conducting for all full cycle, or device conducting only for half cycle, or device behaving in the two extreme conditions of either cutoff or saturated condition. So, these are called the class A, B, D conditions. Class A is a standard voltage amplifier. Is rarely ever used as a power amplifier. So, we will not spend too much time on this, but you can very easily understand this. A simple model is this. This is going to VCC, right? A simple circuit. You are applying a signal here, and then you take the output, which is the load here, and you compute what is the power across the load to give you what is the output power, and compute what is the current, what is the DC power that is supplied by the power source VCC, and take the two ratios of these two will give you efficiency. But without doing any calculations, you should be able to very quickly see what kind of efficiencies we will get. If you remember, we said VCE should be approximately half of the VCC. Why did we say that? If you remember our characteristic, VCE versus IC, this is 0 and this is VCC, and we said our bias value should be somewhere in the middle. Why did we say that? Because then the voltage across this can go from peak value VCC to a 0 value. If it goes beyond VCC, then what happens? The device will get, the sine wave will get saturated, cut off will happen at the peak values. So, we said because of the reason that it should be at the center of it, which means now the amount of power that the device is dissipating is the same as the power that we are getting at the output of the load, because of the ECE bias being equal to half of VCC. Because whatever power is going into it is also equally dissipated here. As a result of that, the efficiency of this is going to be only 50%. That is the maximum, that too. So, this as a power amplifier class A is hardly ever used because of the low efficiency. For audio amplifiers or low frequency amplifiers, the most favored one is the class B amplification or the class D amplification. Okay, let us spend more time on this class B, but understand what is the word A, B, C mean and why we are rejecting class A. In class B, historically, this was the class B circuit that was used. We do not use it anymore, but just to appreciate why this circuit has come. The idea here is, if you have a sine wave here, which is the input, you somehow develop a sine wave which is the inverted value of this. You feed this here, you feed this here. Okay? Now, what happens now in this circuit? When this ground, or it goes to VCC actually. So, when this becomes positive, this conducts and the current then will be flowing like this from power supply to the transistor. During that time, this is negative. Since this is negative, this will not conduct, because VB is negative now, so it will not conduct. So, no current in this other half of the circuit. In the other half cycle, this becomes negative, so this will not conduct, but this will conduct because this is positive now, and the conduction will be like this currents. So, one half cycle, this half of the transformer core, transformer primary will carry current in this direction, in the other half it will carry current in the opposite direction, but equal value. Now, if I put a secondary on this transformer, what kind of current will I get? I1 minus I2 proportional to I1 minus I2, right? One going this way, one going that way. So, what I get here is a full sine wave. See the ingenious trick they have played of converting, although each device only operates for half the cycle, you obtain a full cycle by using this transformer coupling at the output.